Hi guys, hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, kindly hit the subscribe button. If you're a returning subscriber, I'm much grateful for the love and the support that you've been showing me. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've posted, but I'm glad I'm back. This is my second video since I got back to my YouTube channel. Kindly, you can watch my previous videos too to get to see my growth. It has been a long time and I feel that I've grown as an individual. Yeah, I'm much grateful for this growth. I've really grown body-wise, mentally, spiritually. Yeah, I've really transformed as from the time I started this YouTube channel to this. I've really grown in terms of subscriber. Imagine starting as just an ordinary from 0 to 180. This is a great thing to me. Yeah, so I believe greater heights is my portion. Yeah, I believe I'm going to go higher and higher. So me being away from that time, there have been a lot of things that have gone on in my life. First, I finished my 6-month pupillage program. I submitted my documents to Kenya School of Law and I'm just waiting for my admission to the bar. I petitioned for admission, did the necessary things, and now glad I'm just waiting to be admitted to the bar. Secondly, I turned a new age. I'm great. I'm now in my mid-20s. Yeah, I'm getting old, but I'm glad I'm growing wiser. With this new age, new responsibilities are coming. I've developed my prefrontal lobe. I'm glad I'm growing old. And with new age, better decisions, better me, and the growth is just amazing. I can't wait to see what the new ages has in store for me, and I'm glad I'm going to make it. Yeah, so through the year I've just been focusing on my pupillage, doing other things. I enrolled for a virtual course with ALX, that is virtual assistant, which I'm yet to complete. I've been lazy, but I've committed to complete it within the next 1 month. Secondly, I'm also doing a company secretary course, yeah, certified secretary course with CASNEB. I registered, but I normally just do it. I read personally. I've not registered with any school for learning. I just learn alone. I have notes which I got from a friend of mine who also did the course. Yeah, I'm just hoping that this course will help me grow in my career. I'm hoping to get into the corporate side of law, and with this course I'm hopeful that I'm going to soar to greater heights. New age, new responsibility. Mid-20s. How do I feel about the mid-20s? I feel happy. I'm growing, but I'm getting old. It's just a mixed feeling. But what I can say, I think I'm happy and I'm proud of my younger self. From where I've come from to this end, I think I've really grown. I've gone through a lot, some bad, some good, but all I know is that I have to grow as an individual, and growth sometimes requires the experience. You can learn from others people's mistakes, but sometimes you just have to make those mistakes for you to learn. You remember us being children or just under our parents, we are told something but we don't want to listen. It's like human beings normally learn a lot through their own misfortunes. So I've also had a fair share of my misfortunes, and I've also had successes, and I'm so great for the person that I've grown into. Yeah, so in my YouTube channel I'll be doing both vlogs, sit-ups. In these sit-ups I'll be talking generally about life. I'll be talking about spirituality, personal development. I'll also be talking about just general topics of life, politics, yeah, environment, just generally. Yeah, so mostly I'll be focusing on personal development. Yeah, so today I just want to talk about general life things, about myself. What has life been for me in my 20s? What can I tell my younger self? First, I have a message for my younger self. Let me talk of my younger self as a 10-year-old child. At 10 years I was in class 4. I was this child who had dreams. I was also this child who was confident. I remember as a young child, a class 4 student, I was so confident, overconfident. And I remember my relatives, my cousin, I used to live with my cousin, they now tell me the way I used to be so confident. I'm this person that I go for what I want, and that's why I always believe I'll make it. I know make it. So, message to my younger self, a class 4 self. Susan, dear Susan, I see you. You are hardworking. You always have this self-belief that you can do it. I think you are right. You are on the right track. The belief to you have that dream of becoming a lawyer. You will achieve it. Just calm down. Sometimes you lack things, but let that not discourage you. You will still manage it even with the lack of resources. You love drama, you love music. Susan, you are that bubbly child. I love the little Susan. Just keep on. Yeah, that's what I can tell my younger 10-year-old self. And I also have a message for my younger 18-year, 19-year-old self, or 20-year-old self. Let me start with my 18-year-old self. 18 years I'm in Form 4. Susan, you are ambitious. You doubt yourself sometimes. You are not. You are sure the world will turn out good for you, but sometimes you are a bit pessimistic. Susan, hold on. The world is your center to showcase what gifts God has given you. You will succeed. Just don't lose hope. You are from a poor background, but let that not define you. You are growing into a young woman. I love you, Susan, the way you are. You are still confident, and I love how you approach life. Sometimes you fail, but you don't give up, Susan. I love that for you. You are really made for greatness. I believe you will conquer a lot. Everything that you set your eyes on, everything that you believe will work for you, Susan, you always go for it. Susan, you dream of becoming an influential person. You dream of touching people's lives. Susan, you dream of making it in life and being among the known people. Susan, you will achieve it. That's are the messages I have for my younger 10-year-old and my younger 18-year-old. I love you, Susan, and I believe that you're going to make it. Yeah, so those are the messages I can tell my younger 10-year-old self and my younger 18-year-old self. Yeah, I'm grateful for the growth. It has been immense. Yeah, and now I'm at my 20s. 20s, navigating 20s is a bit of taking risk, discovering yourself, knowing what you want in life. Yeah, it is at this stage where you lose friends you thought you'd keep for years, and sometimes you don't have to feel bad about it. Sometimes we tend to ask ourselves a lot. We doubt ourselves in our 20s. When you lose, for example, a friend that you've known for the last 15 years of your life, you tend to question yourself a lot. But sometimes it is at this season that you have different goals in life, and maybe you have outgrown the friends, and it's important not to force those boundaries. Sometimes the friends you have in our lives, they're just for seasons. Yeah, and when a friend has served as a certain season they work for you in your life, it's just right you let them go, because if you continue forcing that bond, you may not. There will be some aspect of toxicity. Yeah, and then in 20s, it is at this stage that you have different dreams, different goals. You doubt yourself. Did the career that I chose the right for me? Sometimes you sit down and question, is this the right career for me? Is there something I'm missing? There will always be those questions. Sometimes you'll compare yourself to others. You see people in your age group, age mates, they are doing well in life, but you, on the other hand, things are not going on in your life. Sometimes we start to doubt ourselves. Yes, it's okay to question, but sometimes you don't have to compare your life with that of your neighbor. Sometimes you just have to compare yourself with the previous you, the previous self. Sometimes just look at this stage I was like this, but at this stage I'm doing this and this. This means there's some aspect of growth. But as we all know, comparison is the chief of joy. You might be doing your best, but just because that your best is not the same as some other person's best, you start to doubt yourself. And it's something that happens a lot to us, me not excluded. I also go through that, doubting myself, comparing myself to people. But sometimes I just think it's not the right thing to do. Yeah, and if that feelings comes, maybe just ask yourself, is there something that I'm not doing right that I can also do right to be where those people are? It's not, you don't use that chance to demonize yourself, to condemn yourself. Use the chance to elevate, to get inspiration. Use social media to inspire you, not to bring yourself down. Another thing about 20s is the aspect of relationships. Some people believe it's good to settle down at a young age, get kids early, and then in your 30s you just, you just flex, you're now free. But I don't know, every person have their own timelines. Whatever works for you. I can't advise you on the right age to get into a relationship. Yeah, but me, what I can say, get into a relationship when you are emotionally stable, financially stable, and in just a space where you can raise a family. Because we also know there is high rate of divorce when people are in their 30s, meaning these people started early when they were not ready for the relationship. So this thing, when they get into their 30s, since they didn't have a good foundation at their younger years, they tend to break up. But there's no formula. There's literally no formula in this. I can't really speak well about this because I've not been married before. Yeah, I'm still just navigating myself, this life. Yeah, I'm just navigating this life. For me, what is my priority now is just to build my foundation. I want to have a good career. So 20s, for me, 20s are for myself. I want to use the 20s to build myself, build my career, build my relationship, build my friendship, just have a community too. Yeah, there's the importance of community. I believe community is such an important thing in everyone's life. With the right friendship, right networks, these networks will carry you in your later years. So I believe it's also a good thing to have the right networks, right friendships. A network is not those people you meet in events. Networks are the friendships you make. Networks are the friendships you make, because you cannot just meet a person in an event and then now you say this is my network. Network is that person you've been friends with. That is how you form a network. But most times we have this delusion that I'll just go to an event, meet, take photos, shake hands, get numbers, and then from there this is now my network. It doesn't work like that. For you to you have to cultivate those networks. You have to put in the work. You have to make sure you are in communication. Maybe you also attend their other events and you keep in touch. And before even networking, me thinks that you have to build yourself. Because with networks, you also have to have something to offer. You cannot just go there expecting people to offer you things, but yet you don't have nothing to offer. So I think for you to have networks that will work for you, you also have to have something to offer to them. You cannot be parasitic. We have to have a symbiotic relationship for those relationship of yours to materialize, to help you in any aspect of life. That is what I believe. Yeah. And then also in my 20s and also generally life, I also work on self-development. I read books. I watch meaningful podcasts, not just any podcast. You have to watch podcasts about finances, podcasts about economics, for you to understand business, finances, economics, things about boundaries, because in life you have to know how to set good boundaries. Yeah. Podcasts about mental health. Yeah. Just be interacting with right content, because you are what you consume. what you consume in terms of media, the friends you have, the people you surround yourself around, the books you read. So make sure what you take in are the right thing. What you take in is the right thing for you, because if you get in garbage, then garbage will get out. Gigo, garbage in, garbage out. So make sure you are watching the right content for your self-development, self-nourishment. Another aspect of your love is spirituality. How is your spirituality? How is your relationship with that superior being you believe in? Do you believe in God? Are you a Christian? Are you a Muslim? Or do you believe in traditional African society? Whatever it is that you believe in, you have to have that relationship. Yeah, but again, you don't have to force people to believe in what you believe in. Let people be free. Know how to relate with people. Don't judge people based on their faith. Yeah, that is not a parameter to measure whether this person is good or bad. Just have that spirituality, believing in whatever you do, and then let not your faith affect your relationship with other people. Yeah, that's what the two cents I can talk about spirituality. Yeah, and overall, just enjoy life. This is what I was to talk about in this podcast, and I hope you'll be blessed by watching this. Until another podcast. Bye.